So we're gonna want to do the opening the same weird way we've been doing it.
Yes, and enthusiastically this time from my side.
Yes, this time we have to both be like, "Oh my god, hi,
Californian, hi. Hey,
hi."
we're here.
Hey,
Hey,
welcome to a new episode of Star Stories in Life. I'm Emma with my co-host.
Shinjini.
Yes, and this is the Star Stories in Life where we talk about
Star stories and life. What
exactly.
else?
What else do you want to talk about? Nothing. Death, apparently. So today, quarantine is just kicking our butts like everybody else's butts, and we decided to do something real light today. Today we're gonna play a game. So, let me just more or less explain the premise of the game. So the game is called Drunk or Child. And so I'm going to be reading like sentence or like 2, 3 sentence long stories. And Shinjini will have to see if she can guess if it was a child or a drunk person that
To
experienced.
add to the fun, I'm actually drinking, by the
You're
way.
drinking.
Look at
Yeah.
this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this beauty. Okay. It's
And I don't have
5.5% alcohol.
5.5% alcohol. All right.
Good enough for
All
me.
right. We'll see if the game gets more difficult or easier as time progresses. So
Yes.
let's start with the game. We're going to start with one that's hopefully easy.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, I grabbed a hot cookie tray out of the oven with my bare hands.
I grabbed a hot cookie tray out of the oven with my bare hands. That's definitely drunk. I don't think kids are allowed to do that.
I was blackout drunk. The story goes as follows. I woke up the next morning and people were telling me, Are your hands okay? And I just looked at them and went, Yeah, they're fine. And then they told me what happened. Now they think I'm superhuman.
I have a story to not top that, but like to add on to that.
Okay.
Um, there was a time, long time ago, okay, like how old am I now? Like 29. So yeah, 10 years ago, um, I was smoking up with a couple of my friends on the terrace of my building. And I mean, I was very new to the whole thing of like, marijuana and
Mm-hmm.
hash. And I didn't really know a lot. And it was my first time trying different things. And I think that that particular evening, we already were sort of drunk. Like we had many, many beers. And then and one of my friends had hashish, and he was like, "Oh, have you ever tried hashish?" And I was like, "The fuck is that?" And he said that, well, if you want, you can like just smoke it a little bit. If you like it, you can have more because you're already, kind of like getting a buzz. So it's better like you don't overdo it. So like my friend was like really responsible. He was like, I want to do it because I've been doing this for years, but yeah, I don't want you to like get a bad trip. So he was very concerned, and I was like, yeah, that's okay. I'll just have a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I did, and I did have I think I had like 2 or 3 puffs. I didn't have the whole thing, whole cigarette. And I got an amazing high. Okay. It was like I was happy, I was elated. Um, it was amazing. So, of course, I mean, the evening had to come to an end, and I was, climbing down the stairs, going to my apartment, and I fell.
Mm-hmm.
I fell down the stairs, and my friends were like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" And I like fell down like a flight of stairs. Like it was not like 2 3, it's just like flight of stairs. I fell down, and my friends were like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" Like they were like super worried, and I just like got up and I was like, "I don't feel pain." Just like And I really didn't. Like, I really did not feel pain. I still remember it. But next day when I woke up, I had some bruises on my back, and I was in a lot of pain. I was in a lot of
I
pain.
bet.
Yes.
My
So
gosh.
yeah, when you're high, you just don't know what you're doing.
That's so I've heard. Okay, so this one says, I started to scream at everyone on their phone to stop using TikTok because it's cringe and satanic.
I don't think a kid would say that because kids love TikTok, I'm guessing. I think it was a drunk.
It says, a kid. I was in
What?
public and there were some crazy people at airports.
A kid was complaining that other
kid was
people were on
doing that.
TikTok.
Yeah.
It's a millennial kid or what? Like, it's impossible. And millennials are also on TikTok, actually.
True. Apparently, I'm reading the comments and it was the person who posted it saw a kid doing that. Yelling at people.
Okay.
Okay, so this
Maybe
one.
maybe the kid just wanted attention. I think it
More than
wasn't about
likely. More than
TikTok,
likely.
probably.
Okay, so I cried over eating chicken nuggets because I didn't want to eat something that was alive, but continued eating them.
Oh my God, that's a tricky one. I feel like I would have done something like that when I was a vegetarian. But a kid is also like super sensitive.
And also not too smart, so they do that.
I'm gonna say it's a kid.
Can I say it's a kid? The answer is a bit too drunk.
Oh my God. So it was somebody like me 10 years ago.
Yeah. Let's see. Started panicking because their nose became plugged and couldn't breathe, even though they were being told and shown how to breathe out of their mouth.
This is really hard.
Yes, it is.
Again, can you say that again?
Okay. Started panicking because their nose became plugged and couldn't breathe, even though they were being told and shown how to breathe out of their mouth.
Is there a scenario or is it just like whatever? Is it in a swimming
It's all it
pool?
says.
Could totally happen to either of them. But I maybe it's a kid because kids get I'm guessing they're in a swimming pool or something. I don't know. I can't imagine when they will be asked to breathe out of their mouth.
So you're going with kid?
Yeah.
Okay. So it says my toddler at 3 a.m.
Where were they?
Probably at home, and the kid is just like, gets a stuffed up nose and can't breathe and just cannot.
Oh, like plugged as in like
Yeah, like
with
stuffed up.
snot and stuff. I thought like I don't know, maybe like they got a lot of water and I'm just thinking about my childhood actually. So pardon me. But yeah, it did seem like a kid. So cute.
Let's see. Dropped a plate while eating a peanut butter sandwich and used the peanut butter side to pick up the plate.
Pick the peanut butter side to pick the plate? What does that mean?
So like he's got the sandwich
Uh-huh.
and he drops the plate and he's like, oh well, use the peanut butter because it's sticky to get the plate. This is solid logic. I don't know how you're not getting.
I mean, I don't understand like why can't you just like pick the plate up by
Because
your
you're either
hand?
drunk or a child.
I'm gonna say that person is drunk.
Drunk. It says, "You bet your ass I was wine drunk as heck. It was mostly embarrassing when my roommate decided to talk me out of it, even though I thought it was a genius idea.
Yeah.
At no drunk ass point was I going to eat a PB&J without a PB&J plate sandwich though."
Yeah, you know why I said it's a drunk? Because kids are smart, okay? I mean, they're dumb, but they're dumb in a smart way. I'll tell you how. It's like they have their own logic,
Yeah, kids have
in
weird logic.
but in their innocent world it does make sense. Like if you say like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I understand why you would have wanted to do that because you learned this and you're trying to apply this logic to this. But with this one, it was like, what are you doing? It was just, what are you doing? Are you okay? Like that was the feeling that I got.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so drank dish soap and started puking
Ooh,
bubbles.
oh my God. This could be anyone.
Yes.
Drank dish soap. Oh my God. Yeah, this is just like 50-50. Um, I'm gonna say it was a kid.
You would be incorrect. It was a drunk adult.
And they drank dishwash liquid.
So why? Who knows? Maybe it looked tasty. Let's
Maybe
see.
they were always curious. The kid in them, it was like, you know what? What we haven't done? We haven't had a taste of that friggin' delicious dishwash liquid.
Dishwash liquid must be. It smells good. It must taste good.
Yeah, smells like lemon. Must also taste like lemon.
I woke up all my teammates on a service project because I thought a man yelling at his cell phone was an alien.
I'm trying to imagine the scenario. So what happened again?
I woke up all of my teammates on a service project because I thought the man yelling at his cell phone was an alien.
What is the context of this? Like, why was this man yelling
At his cell phone.
at a cell phone? Like, were they working on something and then a man was yelling and then he or she woke them up? Like, this just doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm gonna say because they said it's a project and they said it's a man, so I'm gonna say it was a drunk. But I'm really interested to know what the story is.
The answer is both. I was
How is
in
it
Russia at
both?
the time, and I kept on waking up the Russian staff at this camp. So they gave me a ladle full of cough syrup. I was 14.
Oh my God. Why was he waking everybody up, he
Probably
or
was
she?
coughing a lot, and so they're like, "Here, have this," and then he got cough syrup drunk.
Have you ever been cough syrup drunk?
I don't think I
Do you remember?
have. No.
Me neither. Like I remember having cough syrup and being very sleepy. That's what I
Yeah,
remember.
cough syrup makes me sleepy.
Like I was like, okay, I'm out. I'm not waking up for the next 48 hours. But I've never been like, oh, I'm drunk. Like I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, yeah,
You know when I was drunk, but even when I didn't drink,
yeah.
it was when I was hospitalized one day because I actually don't know why, but I'm gonna assume, okay? I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna assume because I was a big drunk. So I was hospitalized the day after I had a blackout.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently I drank too much and I was dehydrated, and I had to be hospitalized because I was too dehydrated, and they um, put me. How many days was I there? I don't know, maybe a week. I don't know, maybe less than that. A week, because they were doing like a lot of tests. And so one of those tests was endoscopy, the one that puts a pipe inside
Oh
your
yeah, yeah,
esophagus and checks your stomach.
yeah.
I was so the doctors, what they told me, that I had this like severe infection of the stomach that was causing the dehydration, which was probably, I don't know, maybe I already had that infection, and it was exacerbated by my drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so anyway, but it happened like right after the night I had that blackout. So during the endoscopy, so it's kind of like a surgical procedure, because
Yeah,
they have to put you in this operating theater. They have to put this pipe inside you, which is a big fat pipe.
yeah.
I mean, a lot of our viewers and listeners is probably like, but it's not. It's very painful, and it's nothing like what you think. So I told them that I'm not doing that. I said, I'm not doing this shit. Like, no, not at all. Like, not while I'm conscious. So
Uh-huh.
they said, okay, we're going to make you unconscious, and then we're going to put that pipe inside your mouth. And I was like, that sounds so wrong. Like, I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I looked at my mom, and my mom was like, yeah, I'll be here. Don't worry about it. I was like, okay, I trust you. So yeah, they got me unconscious with, I don't know, they injected me with something, and I was unconscious. Probably it was anesthesia.
More than
I'm not.
likely.
Well, yeah, right. So so I didn't feel anything, thank God. But I remember this. I remember having this high. So I woke up, right? I woke
Yeah.
up, and I didn't feel anything. There was like, of course, this irritation in my esophagus, like in my throat. I could feel that something was inside it. But I was okay. There was nothing wrong with it. And I remember feeling like really, like, I don't know, like drunk. I was feeling drunk. Like I was like, I had another bottle of whiskey or something. And my mom was like, hey, are you okay? Do you want some water? Oh, she couldn't give me water. She was like, you can't have any water right now. Okay, just relax. And my mom was like this. And I was like, I love you, mom. Like I was just like super drunk. Like I was acting like I was drunk. I was like telling I love you to everyone, to my mom, to the doctor, to the anesthetist. And, like I was just like, so my drunk self is like very loving and caring.
Yeah.
So that I was like full on that mode, and then I fell asleep. So yeah, like drugs do stuff to you, even if it
They
was given to you
do.
because of medical reasons.
They really do. They do stuff to you.
Yes. I still, it was long time ago, but super awesome, because it was super embarrassing.
I bet.
Yeah, because my mom was like, do you remember saying this? And I was like, it wasn't me. Like,
I don't do
I don't,
that.
I don't do that. I don't have feelings. What the fuck are you talking about?
What are
Feelings are for losers.
feelings? What are these
Losers. For
things?
losers, okay? I'm not a loser.
Feelings are
So
for
I was like, I
losers.
was super defensive. I was like, no, that didn't happen. No, that didn't happen.
Okay, so this one. I took a bite out of a bar of soap and then cried when it didn't taste like chocolate.
Oh, kid?
It is a kid. When I was 3, I got a bar of soap that was shaped like a bunny for Easter. It looked a lot like my chocolate bunny, so I thought the soap would also taste like my chocolate bunny. It obviously did not, and I was very upset about it.
Yes, I would be upset too. That sucks. I was hoping like it would be, like I was hoping the dishwash story would be something like this.
Mm-hmm.
But okay.
Let's see. I don't understand what this one says.
Tell me.
It, I cannot understand the grammar like at all. But this one above it is nice. It says, my brother peed himself while laughing at Curious George.
Curious George? I have no
Curious
idea
George.
who that is.
Huh?
Who's Curious George?
It's a cartoon, or it's a book series turned cartoon of a little chimpanzee that gets into mischief, and a dude in a yellow hat always has to go and stop the
Ah,
mischief.
I just Googled that. Wow. So what happened?
His brother, or hers, their brother peed themselves while laughing at Curious George.
I feel like it was a drunk guy.
It says, a kid. Don't ask what was so damn funny. I remember, but I don't feel like explaining it.
I feel like I don't know. I expected the kid to be like smart and be like, "This is bullshit." But I feel like when you're drunk, a lot of things are funny. So
Yeah.
so that was my logic.
Like, I haven't been so drunk, like really, really super drunk, but yeah, things are funnier, but I am so sleepy. Like when I start
Is there any alcohol that doesn't make you sleepy though? Because I feel like every alcohol makes you sleepy.
like I know that vodka makes my nose tingle, and I don't like that.
Mm.
And whiskey and brandy, they make me sleepy. Beer makes me sleepy, but it's the one that makes like the muscle pains start the fastest.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like with all alcohol, if I drink too much, then my muscles start to hurt. It like starts with my legs. It feels like the feeling after you've been exercising a lot, and then the next day you're just like, oh, I did exercise. It's that kind of like fatigue feeling in my muscles, which apparently is a type of allergy, so that's fun.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you like we are very similar in
We
these
have
ways,
very
like
similar like body defective
body defect
body defects.
or like
Like
yeah,
alcohol
allergies.
makes us sleepy, but it also hurts.
I absolutely, I was actually going to go on a fucking rabbit hole, but no, I'm gonna control.
Control.
I have similar feelings, but with different alcohols. So with rum, I start feeling this, what you were saying with
The
vodka.
tingle nose.
Yeah, and it's just like congestion, and I'm sneezing, and I'm doing that. I used to do that I used to have that same sensation when I had beers or actually any alcohol. But after I went through this treatment with a really good doctor in Mexico, I don't get that anymore. I don't get sniffles from any other alcohol but rum. Rum still does that thing on me.
Maybe it's the amount of sugar. Who knows?
I don't know.
I don't remember what rum is made from. What is rum?
But I remember once researching like why rum makes me, feel that way. And they apparently rum and wine. I'm not sure if beer has it, but rum and wine, they have this like this. I don't want to say chemical. It's not a chemical.
Enzyme?
It's something in them, okay, which tends to congest your sinuses. So if somebody already has sensitive sinuses, sinus cavities, then yeah, you're fucked. Like rhinitis, people who have rhinitis or some kind of allergy problems or sinusitis tendencies. Like I have sinusitis tendencies.
Like we have, yes.
Yes. Oh, you have too.
Yeah.
So after a year of going into treatment, I remember a year of treatment. I mean, actually, things started getting better after 6 months, but I went on it, I think, like for a year or something. And after that, I've been like, I can breathe. Finally, like, it's not like anything that I drink or eat doesn't like give me fucking allergies. Like, it was horrible. Like it was a horrible life that I led before meeting
I
this
bet.
doctor. And I have met like a lot of doctors in India, and people, it's strange like how people like seek Indian doctors because they're like, oh, Indian doctors, they're the best. They know what they're doing. And I lived in India.
And you're like, those guys suck.
They suck. Like the medicine they gave. I mean, I'll tell you something. I think it was not just the medicine they gave, the care. The
Yeah.
care they gave was mechanical. It was like,
Mm.
oh, you are a machine that is having this problem. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. Here you go. Take it, fuck off. I don't care.
Yeah.
But, and a lot of people say bad things about Mexican doctors.
Yeah, they do.
Everyone, the media, the Mexicans, the Americans, everybody says bad things about Mexican doctors. And I am an exception to that because the Mexican doctors I have been to, they are very caring.
I know,
They're
right?
very caring. They have, and it's not fake. They
No,
really
it's
do
not.
care. At least at the ones that I've been to, And I'm very lucky that I'm the exception though. Like I'm not invalidating anybody else's experience with any kind of doctor, but I'm just saying that I've been very lucky.
Yeah.
So I went to this ENT doctor, and he was like, he listened first. He was like, okay, so tell me what's wrong with you. And he didn't understand. He couldn't speak English, but he understood English, right? So I was telling him, like, oh, this happened. And then he was like, yes, I understand. Okay, so I'm going to prescribe this to you, but there will be something that you have to do. And I was like, okay, what? And he said, you have to not take a nasal spray. You cannot take a nasal spray because that's poison. That's poison to you. Like no matter how much it hurts, try to, take a hot bath, try to, take a steam or something like that, but don't take a nasal spray. And he was like, it's gonna be hard, but you have to do it. And it was like a father, like he was like, you gotta do this. I'm gonna help you, but you gotta help yourself. It was not like, okay, yeah, you have this problem, here are the medicine, just okay, next, it wasn't like that. It was like, I'm listening. I understand that you're in pain. You've suffered. I hear you. However, this is something that you have to do. It's going to hurt, but you have to do this.
Yeah.
And I really like that. I really like that concern.
Yeah.
It was like, it came from care and to some extent, like, I'm watching you, like, you gotta take care of yourself. So I like that attitude. And whichever doctor I went to, even like, I was once, I think I've shared this on Instagram before. I had to be hospitalized because I overreacted to this particular medicine that I've never overreacted to. Like never in my life. I'm not allergic to any medicine. The first time my body was just like,
nah,
fuck you, die, bitch. So I had to be hospitalized. I wasn't hospitalized. I had to be taken to the emergency ward of EAMS, which is the, how do I say it? Like the government hospital of Mexico, I guess.
It's the government hospital.
And everybody says shit about EAMS, right? Everybody says shit about EAMS. Like, oh, EAMS, this is then they don't.
As you can hear in our previous podcast about.
But it was nothing like that. It was nothing like that. Yeah. Very caring nurse, very caring doctor, constant checkup. Like I was there for 2 hours and they checked out on me 4 times. Okay. And I was in the emergency fucking ward. I was not in a fucking bed. Okay. So like it's like, I was just sitting there like, I'm dying. And then the doctor was like, you're okay. You're okay. How are you feeling? Do you need anything? And then it was a nurse. And the nurse was like multitasking, bitch. She was a fucking superwoman. She was multitasking. She was like attending me, making sure I was okay, trying to calm me down. Because I actually went to the emergency ward in the midst of a fucking panic attack.
Of course.
And she was calming me down. She was calming this uncle down. She was calming this teenager down because she just tried to kill herself. And it was like, she was multitasking. She was a fucking superwoman. I was like,
you're like, I can never work in medicine. This is too much.
Yeah, never. So yes, Mexican doctors, for me at least, for me. I'm very lucky.
Yes. I've had good experiences and bad experiences, so it's like but I've been to the doctor a lot. So, I've
No,
met with
but
so
then
many.
your experience is normal because when you go to doctors, it's like, oh, sometimes you have a bad experience, sometimes you have a good experience,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I think one of these days we should do a whole podcast on just like the type of care trying to get problems resolved as like a woman, and like
Honey, yes, let's talk
we
about
should do
that.
that one.
We
But we're gonna
definitely,
do that later.
I'm gonna
Write
write
that
it down.
down. Write
I'm
that
gonna
down.
write it down.
That's gonna be a topic because that's some stuff.
We are so talented.
We are.